Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Psychopaths. Wow! Once again, I've been saying it since when I first... After episode 11 of Psychopaths, you guys better be on board. If you're not on board after episode 11, then there is something wrong with your fucking head. Alright. Now, this one was called... Episode 13, Invitation from the Abyss. Last week was a flashback. This was not a flashback. This was the conclusion from what happened at episode 11. Now, basically in the beginning of the episode, we have Gino talking to, the doctor, this doctor that they go to, who examines them to make sure that their psychopaths aren't cloudy. Once your psychopath becomes cloudy, and it's a really bad hue, you become a criminal coefficient, which is basically a criminal. But he's just talking to the doctor, saying, are there any ways for you to? And he said, Gino's telling him that I've been using these methods and to deal with the stress, but it's obviously not working. And they asked him, well, do you have any family members or a girlfriend? And he said, the only family I have left is my father. And that's another thing of this episode. We find out who his father is. And I was surprised. I was like, what? What? Oh, damn. So anyway, that's what happened there, and we move on there, credit scene, we get into Gino talking to his superior about this situation with Makishima. Now, the situation with Makishima is the same situation that happened 3 years ago with Toma. So, what he is what Toma is. So it's the same thing. Exact same thing. Now, as he's talking to his superior about the, situation and about the Sibyl, I can't even say this correctly, the Sibyl system. The system which determines whether somebody is a criminal coefficient or they're not a criminal coefficient. And that's when she goes into details, and she's like talking about AKANE, and what if it was that that it was her that just couldn't it was just that she was incompetent to handle the situation and attack him, and then he says no, she's a very good detective, and he doesn't feel that's what caused it. So then they further go into the details of the system, and she explains his superior, Gino's superior, that the reason why, and she basically tells him, I will give you this information. You're not supposed to have this information. She then shows him this information about this certain person. And that certain person was Toma. The one who supposedly, killed, Kogami's friend, was arrested. He was arrested. They had him, but they let him go. Why? Because he wasn't had a high crime coefficient on his psychopath. And she then tells that just like then, this is the same situation. And she brings up this. It only happens. Think about this. This term that she brings up, it only happens within like 2 million of 2 million of all the people, only 2 out of 2 million could only like one person be out of that 2 million have this situation, this kind of person. So it's like a long shot for a person to have this kind of mentality. And basically what it's called is, and hopefully I'm not saying this incorrectly, criminally criminally asymptomatic. Criminally asymptomatic. What it basically means is that a somatic scan, the scan that the system does to a person when they have pointing, when they're pointing their guns that destroy somebody. The Dominator gun. The somatic scan that scans that person doesn't match that person's criminal psychology. Meaning it doesn't match it, and it just tells them over and over again that they're not above the crime coefficient. Basically just tells them they're psychopaths and cloudy. And she goes on to tell that that's the situation here again with Makishima. And she then tells him that because of the fact that the detectives and enforcers are like at the end of the scale. See, if they were to go ahead and state that the system isn't working properly and that this person, they can't judge him, that's like saying the world's going to end. It will just say that the society isn't perfect and it's just wrong. So she obviously tells him to change his report and say, to change it from saying that, oh, the system is wrong, the whole bit. And that was the conversation that went by. And she then further tells him, capture Makishima. Capture him and bring him to justice. But don't kill him. That's basically the story. So they're going to go after him and try to capture him. After that scene, we have Kogami in the hospital. He obviously got hurt from when he got shot and everything. He's in a bed. Walks in. AKANE. AKANE got it bad in this episode. I am going to say it right now. She's my favorite. Yes, favorite character in this entire fucking series. Man, AKANE's got some balls. She's got some big balls. And the reason why I say that is obviously she's talking to him and saying, he asked her about the funeral, and you see the funeral, oh man, it was so terrible. They're all crying and shit. Her friends are crying, she's crying, and they send her body, AKANE's friend's body, into, I guess they burned it. It was cremation. And, seemingly that's what happened. And she tells Kogami now, and they're talking a little bit, and she says, he says to her, it took you much quicker to get over this than it would have had. And, that's basically what he said there. And he says that she's going to pursue it. She's going to pursue Makishima as he is. And they basically have the same goal now. This is the same guy who killed Kogami's friend, Sorayama. And this is the same, obviously, person who killed AKANE's friend. She leaves. After that, Kagari, that kid, the guy with the orange hair, reddish hair, he tells Kogami that AKANE has decided to go ahead and apply for a memory scoop. Now, if you guys are probably wondering what a memory scoop is. Memory scoop is where she sits on this table, they put this device on her, and they replay her memories of the event to get a snapshot picture of the assailant. What does that mean? That means she's gonna go back and see all the event of her friend getting killed. What the fuck? And she applied for it. She volunteered. She volunteered for it. I was like, no, holy shit. That's insane. And he's like upset about it, And he's like, and then Kagari was like saying, it's just like you. It seems like AKANE is following in Kogami's footsteps to a certain degree. And Gino, right off the bat, he says, no. He's even protesting it. And she's saying that she wants to go ahead. She wants to capture this guy, so on and so forth. So I think also, who was in this? Also, the one who was also in the room with them when they go through with the memory scoop is Dr. Konomori. She's there as well. So it's not just her and Gino. So she lays on the table. They put her in the machine. They activate it. And I swear to God, that was the most creepiest fucking scene in the entire episode. They showed her all the... I was like, holy shit, that fucking son of a bitch. Damn it. I was like, no. Holy shit. I was freaking out when they finally... And you hear her... And I'm like, God damn it. And then they get her out. And she's gone. Her eyes are glazed over. And Gino just smacks her. So there's, Sorori, Detective Sorori. And he slaps her and she's out of it. And she starts vomiting a little bit. And with the operation, with a situation like this, supposedly her psychopath would become cloudy. But unfortunately, it didn't. And that's what basically happened. And then, after that scene was over, and she basically tells, Gino that, she's going to further on this, and she can do whatever it takes. We see Kogami, he shows up again, and he finally gets a look. He's talking to them, about it, talking to Kogari and the other one, Yayoi, about it, what she did. And finally, and they said that he was the only one worried about her and so on and so forth. Finally get a picture of him. And that's what he looks like. And they're tracking his movements and following him and trying to find out where he is. And believe it or not, they already come out with the known facts that everyone else has known. That he was responsible with the boogie, the boogie woogie thing, the school, he was a teacher there. He was everywhere. He was everywhere, man. So then that's basically what the story is, and now they can hunt him down and get this motherfucker. Then we have another scene with Gino and, wait for it, people, wait for it, Masayoka Tomomi. That's the enforcer who's got the metal hand. Yeah, we find out something shocking. That's Gino's father. What? What? Gino's father. I was like, what the fuck? His father? When did that happen? And they're basically talking, and he's explained to Gino that the reason why AKANE didn't get cloudy, because he got cloudy, but then went back to normal, is because of her acceptance. She's accepting the role. She's accepting society. She's accepting the system. But at the same time, she's doing what she can to defend the law. And that's why she's able... Her baby was able to recover. And Gino was like telling his father, this is bullshit. You can't say that now. Since don't try to be a father to me. In other words. And after that, that's probably where the episode ends. We see another scene with Gino's superior saying, we're going to get you Makishima. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. 5 out of 5. No fucking around. But AKANE. Oh, AKANE. This bitch is fucking awesome. I love this character. No, I'm dead serious. I mean, this show is pretty fucked up at times. But this character, AKANE? Can you imagine a situation like that? Can you imagine being a detective? And let's say you are in a situation where your best friend is about to be killed by somebody. And this guy's a criminal. He's a criminal. He's done evil things. He's killed people. And he kills your best friend in front of you. Now, they're trying to ID the guy. And they ask you to go in this machine and replay your memories of that event. You know how fucked up that is? That is like, whoa. Full on respect for AKANE. Come on, man. That's the way I look at it. AKANE for the motherfucking win. AKANE, damn. damn bitch. She's tough. She was crying. She was depressed, but she brought up and she says, I'm going to go after Makishima. We're going to nail this guy. And that's what made this episode grand. That and the reveal of Gino's father. Those two things gave it a 5 out of 5. No questions asked. But yeah, and that's all I got for you guys. So this show is... Anyone who isn't watching this show, what the fuck are you doing? Wake up. Get on the gravy train, man. Get on the gravy train. You gotta go watch this shit. Watch this show. Man. Know what you guys missing. One of the most underrated animes of the year, of the fall. It is fantastic. Go check it out. Psychopaths, motherfuckers, for the motherfucking win. AKANE for the motherfucking win. And I can't wait until next week until we get further in the show. This has been Bankai 922. I will see you guys later. AKANE. She's my bitch. I'm liking this character. Favorite of the series. No questions asked. See ya.